Monsieur, s'il vous plaît.
What was that? We're sheep? Thank you for coughing.
Ah, vous pouvez être fiers de votre métier, hein?
You're going to have a fallout because there's a breakdown in communication. There's a breakdown in trust, especially between us and the police.
Even the act of us just smiling, it releases some endorphins. It releases a feel-good factor. If you can't see somebody doing it or have to work hard to check out the visual cues to find out if they are doing it, again, that's one of those things we've lost that we have taken for granted.
In Europe, we don't have a culture of wearing masks. We luckily escaped largely the epidemics that scarred Asia, that made these a common sight in public there. And then came COVID-19. Now, you remember at first we were told we didn't have enough masks, but we didn't need them unless we were sick or someone we knew was sick. Well, now here in France, if I want to get on any of these trams around me, I've got to wear one of these. This is the country that banned face coverings 10 years ago. And so it's these rules, the shift and the change in the advice, it's left many people confused and skeptical.
C'est important pour les malades. Mais après pour nous, comprenez. J'arrive pas à respirer. J'ai un masque sur moi, mais je le porte pas.
It's really too much because when you're going in a place, you really have to wear it, and when you forget it, you can't go in shops, so you can't buy things, and you're just like, okay, well, I'm going to go home.
Oui, je pense que c'est une bonne chose. C'est pas la peine de courir après la maladie. Hein. Mon fils, qui ne veut pas porter le masque du tout, il dit que oui, c'est pas la peine.
On a passé une mauvaise période et allez, faut être raisonnable. Il y en a qui comprennent pas, ils veulent pas comprendre, donc c'est difficile, hein.
So how do we go about enforcing rules like these that we've never seen before? Well, throughout the pandemic, police forces across Europe were handed unprecedented powers. But with those, when you start putting police in the communities, deep-running tensions start coming to the surface. We saw reports of police brutality, ethnic and racial minorities saying they felt they were being targeted.
If before people were stop and search because, oh, we are here to apply counter-terrorist measures, so we are looking for terrorists. What happens with COVID is that the justification for stop and search in public space just change it. People wearing masks, not wearing masks, who gets a fine, who does not get a fine. You see already a disproportional impact.
Check on these kids. They're searching my car for drugs, even though I told them what I do. They checked me and they're not found anything. Not found anything.
This overzealous approach is been increased, especially in the black community, because we're more vulnerable, because we have high deprivation in our communities. So it means that we have to go out more often and go out to try and earn money because we don't have the economic structure in which to survive. So you've seen the high number of NHS staff that have been dying, predominantly as black, African, Caribbean, British people. So we're having to be out and be more visible on the streets, which means we're being victimized by the police in terms of their stop and search kind of criteria and trying to reach their targets, which is just totally unacceptable.
So how can we diffuse these tensions while still making sure that people follow the rules? Well, in New York City, they've brought in social distancing ambassadors. We're seeing schemes like that popping up in Europe too. That's groups of people not linked to the police, working in the communities to keep the peace and make sure that people are staying safe. It's all about trying to remove the chance for confrontations. And let's not forget the shop employees, the transport workers, the people trying to keep customers happy and making sure they're following the rules. Often these are the people having to deal with the frustrations that people have as the arguments continue about all these uncomfortable adjustments we're having to make. So, what do you think? Do you wear a mask? And what do you think when other people around you don't? Join the conversation. Leave us a comment below.